What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Gemini Jets November or December 2020 releases. Now, I'm not really sure what month it's going to be because, well, we're so late into November that I don't really think they even be considered the November releases at this point, so I'm just going to call it a November/December releases until we see a post from Gemini Jets stating what month it is. But yeah, anyways, it's been quite a while since we got the October releases. I think it's been about 6 to 7 weeks. Not really sure since we got those, but it has certainly been a while due to the current situation. They've had lots of staff shortages at the ports and with the trucking companies, so they haven't been really able to ship the models out to retailers on time. So that has resulted in some pretty obvious delays, and that has also affected the next couple of releases, I think, with the November/December, and then heading into the new year possibly as well. So, I don't really know what to expect. I'm hoping for a regional jet because that's what I've always been rooting for the past few months. But of course, I don't expect Gemini to deliver on that. There's probably going to be another pair of United American wide bodies. I'm sick and tired of seeing those. But I honestly expect that to be in the release. I don't know what they would do at this point. I think they've done pretty much every combination of releases that they can. But there's still a chance that they'll probably do another release because they're so dang popular with other collectors. Possibly another Emirates, because I've heard some speculation there may be another Emirates A380. Again, I don't want to see that, but it is what it is, so we'll just have to deal with it and hope for something better the next month. So let's get started. Okay, it looks like Gemini Jets has their releases out, and they are for the month of December as they are marked on the website. So we'll take a look at the 1-200s first, and then the 1-400s. First one we have Blue Angels C-130. This is the new Fat Albert. They did retire the old one for the 2019 show season. Unfortunately, I did not get to see that, but thankfully Fat Albert is back. Fat Albert 2, as I'm going to call it. So it just has a bit of an updated livery, a little bit less blue and a bit of white up at the top, so nothing too unusual with that. Let's pop over to the second one. We have a U.S. Air Force, I think, Gulfstream. I think this is a C-37. It's based off one of the Gulfstreams. I think it's a Gulfstream 5 it's based off of, or the 4. I don't really know. Next one. Next one, we have a TUI 7879, I think it is. Yep, it is. So 7879, standard TUI livery, nothing unusual there. Move up, G2Q, that is a Qantas. We have a flaps down, Qantas 747-400. So, pretty good release there. Love the Qantas Jumbo Jet. And I imagine the next one will probably be the regular Qantas, as usual. And that is certainly the case. So, same registration, everything, minus the flaps down configuration. Obviously, the flaps down is going to be a little bit more expensive. Northwest 744, and they've released a flaps down variant. Holy cow, that is so cool to see. Hopefully Gemini will do it in 1/400 scale, because I just love that livery on the 747-400. Like, I really love it so much. So I'd be really looking forward to seeing that on a 400 scale release. So obviously the next release is just a standard one. So a couple flaps down, pretty decent. Next one, we have a Lufthansa A340-300. So this was released last month, or back in October rather, in 1/400 scale. So kind of nice to see them doing it in 1/200 to satisfy those collectors. Next up, we have another retro KLM. This is I think this is an Electra. Yeah, it kind of looks like an Electra. Does give me those vibes of it being a Lockheed Electra. I know these things had issues back when they first entered service, and then they modified them quite a bit, and I don't think they were as popular after those incidents. Next up, we have a British Caledonian Airbus A310. This is one of their future releases, I believe, so they finally did it. And that's all the 1/200s, so pretty good. A couple flaps down. We got 2 this month instead of 1, so pretty good deal there. We have one military release, so let's take a look at what this one is. This is a Airbus A400M. Luftwaffe, I butchered that pronunciation, as I did before. 5410 is a registration. think that's a plus, too, so... Alright, now on to the 1-400 releases. Let's see how good they are. I don't have many have high expectations, so I imagine it's going to disappoint me. Oh, okay. First one is an Antonov 124, registration Romeo Alpha-82078. So, dang, I don't think they've released an Antonov in quite a while. I have an Antonov release from, goodness, I don't know, quite a few years ago. It's the Antonov International Transport. It's a more colorful one. Next one we have a re-release, a C32A. 80002 is a registration. Actually have an older one, I think it's 800001, with winglets. I kind of damaged it a little bit, but... So yeah, Air Force 2 being released with a slightly different registration, so I'll give them that one. Next up, Spirit A320neo. Nice. So we finally get to see something good from Gemini Jets, more specifically a North American domestic narrow-body aircraft, especially the A320neo. I know the A320neo family mold kind of sucks from Gemini, but sometimes they're really the only option we have right now for the A320neo. I know NG has the A321neo, but they don't have an A320neo mold in yet. So hopefully that will change soon. Next up, oh! Jeez. Illinois 1. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Illinois 1. Alright, so kind of a couple things with that is the plane has been returned to its lessor, unfortunately, so the plane doesn't really exist. The livery doesn't exist, rather. I think from what I heard, it will return on a MAX 7, so when those go into service, I think Illinois 1 will be on that aircraft. Either that or they will repaint it onto another 700. I have no clue. But, dang, that kind of caught me off guard there. Alright. Okay, so next one. What do we have? Okay, we have a Qantas 747-400. So this is one of the future releases along with the 1-200 version of it. That was also a future release. So, let's move up here. We have Lufthansa Cargo MD-11. This was one I saw a couple people want for it to be released in 1-400 after they did it in 1-200 back in October. So pretty good release there. I'm sure that will be popular with a select set of collectors. Move up, we have Iberia Express A321neo. Kind of an interesting airline. Basically operates under the Iberia brand with like an express title on it. So I'm assuming they operate like shorter and thinner routes, even though they're using aircraft that you would typically see here in America, at least, on, like, say, the transatlantic flights or whatever, or some of the transcontinental flights. Okay, let's move on. We have Delta Thank You. So, Gemini Jets finally gets the Delta Thank You out. This was hinted of quite a few months ago. I think it was back in August or July. It was hinted at by Gemini and NG, but NG got it first. So I imagine that this will be a good thing for collectors if they did not get the NG version, but for those that already have the NG version, this Gemini version just seems a little bit unnecessary at this point. Next up, Concorde. Wow, okay. I already have a Concorde, so I won't really need this, but for those that probably want a Concorde for like a display purpose, if they have like a model airport, and they just want to put it up on like a stand or something, kind of like what you have at like Paris or something, or even at London Heathrow, because there's just a Concorde that's on one of the stands just sitting there. This would be pretty cool to have. Last one we have Airbridge Cargo Boeing 777 Freighter. I've actually never seen this livery on a 777. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so that is all the releases. My thoughts, pretty good. I'll give them that. No regional jets, unfortunately, but I will definitely take Illinois 1. I wish I could get it, but I've kind of filled up my Christmas wish list, so I'll have to figure out something else. But dang, this is actually a little bit better than I expected. Delta Thank You, obviously that's going to be redundant for those that already have the NG release, but if you don't have it, then this would be really great for you to have. The Qantas 744, I'm sure that'll be popular as well, just because people want to pay tribute to the iconic jumbo jet. Antonov was a very unique choice to release, so I'm sure those that probably wanted a Antonov in that livery, I'm sure this will be popular as well. Airbridge Cargo 777, not really sure, but just kind of piques my curiosity. But yeah, I'm going to have to try and snag Illinois 1. But I'm just so happy that they actually did a release on this, because they released this, God, how many years ago? It's been quite a while since they released it, so I'm so happy that they did another release of this. So I will try and snag this to the best of my abilities, and then I will try to keep you updated. I don't know. The 1-200 releases were pretty good. It doesn't look like there's that many airlines. It's actually, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 8 different airlines, technically, even though, like, the Air Force and whatnot, not really airlines, but just different operators, essentially. So, Northwest and Qantas get 2 slots each in the 1-200 releases, thanks to the flaps down releases that they get, so I'm sure that will be popular with most collectors. Surprisingly, what I just noticed is that the Northwest flaps down is the same price as the regular, whereas on the Qantas it is about $20 more than the regular version. So maybe that's just a typo. I don't know. They may have to update that at some point, so I really don't know. So that is the end of the video. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.